Hey there, guys, folks, friends. Hey, it's your pal old school Jeremy Woolward here. So today is going to be a quick little, I don't know what you want to call it, kind of random, off the cuff, kind of felt in the mood, little spontaneous, promotional little wrestling video. So that's who the intended audience is for, but I hope someone gets value out of it. Because I can tell you there are a few things in my life that really teach me the lessons of life, one not to learn. Politics has been one. My church history has been another. And then wrestling kind of completes the trifecta as that third pivotal point. So there's always value coming out of humankind's oldest sport. So take it for what you like to take it as, and then go from there. But today's little quick message is for those who may be on the fence. You don't know if you want to try it, you don't know if you want to pursue competitively, you're held back by something or another. And take it from someone who was in your shoes, who was there for almost 20 years, not really knowing what to do, not really knowing how to address it, scared to take that chance because he was worried people would judge, people would ridicule, people would mock. You see, I didn't have a competitive career when I was a kid. I ended up being a referee, and the inexperience showed when I had plenty of coaches yell from the corner saying, hey, you should not be here, you don't know what's going on, you've never done this, so why should you be refereeing my kids' matches? Few are like, oh, just go back to the junior highs, you don't belong here. Got a lot of that. And people were very quick to remind me of that over and over again. Well, I get in the heat in the moment. People say things they probably shouldn't say. I know referees on occasion kind of get a bad rap. Well, it's not always fun when we're there to impartially call points and put points on the board, and kids like it or don't. And sometimes people use whatever they can use to justify that position. So I received plenty of feedback, if you want to call it that. Enough that any other person could be like, well, I don't want to do this. I'm too scared. And to have those same people then judge or worry, saying like, oh, this guy never wrestled in school and now he's here and as an older man doing it, and oh my gosh, he was a bad ref and he's going to be a bad wrestler, like look at him, this big fat guy and whatever. And I don't know, I have to chuckle. Not so much in the sense that they're wrong, because frick, look at me, it's okay to say it, but there's some legitimate concerns there. It's like, why is someone approaching middle age going on doing something that young people should be doing? Why are resources and whatnot being drained from events and programs that matter for the benefit of older athletes? And I think to that, just with us dealing with wellness issues, staying active, stuff like that, I find sometimes that people want to pursue what they love, pursue what they want to do, how they want to stay active, but there's never a resource, never a medium for them to do it. A lot of sports leagues, unless you're a hockey player, unless you're a basketball player, unless you're in a mainstream event or a mainstream sport, there's not a lot of options for you. And certain programs just kind of go the way of the dinosaur. When you have to find people, like-minded persons, to be like, hey, you know what, let's do something for us. Let's build something. Let's make something happen. And it has a hard time. We're all adults. At least a lot of us watching this are over the age of 18. Life takes over, responsibilities take over. It's not always easy. But I honestly believe and stand by the fact that if you want to pursue something you love, do it with all your heart. If that means that you go into for those who say this is about wrestling here, if there's people here watching this saying, you know what, I want to compete, I want to do something, I want to do these open events, I want to get active, find some like-minded persons, be open about it, communicate with it. Don't be afraid of your potential. Don't be afraid of what you can do. Rather, think of it as, hey, you know what, how am I going to do it? Stop saying no when you should be saying yes to yourself, and then figure it out as you go. If you wait too long for all the answers, you're going to find you're going to be waiting forever. Again, take it as someone who did that for far too long, and it took my best friend dying before I realized that I was running out of time. I know you say like, oh, you're not 80, you're not 90, you're not dead yet, but the last couple of years have been very prominent in helping me recognize that time is finite. And if you're going to get something done, you might as well do it while you can. Because a day will come when you won't be able to. And then that'll be a day that'll be truly sad. So, if there are people here in Canada and Alberta who are watching this and be like, hey, you know what, I want to do this. I want to do what this guy's doing. I want to go have some fun, just for the hell of it. Then you know what? Be in touch. Let's make something happen. Let's just go and do it. You know what? If we're finding ourselves taking care of ourselves, doing something we love, staying active, staying fit, or getting fit, whatever you want to call it, then we're going to find that we're going to have a better, much more positive, I say really bad English, I really apologize for that. Let me try that again. We're going to find we're going to have a greater impact on promoting a healthy and productive society. Granted, it's kind of hard right now with COVID-19 being a reality, but there are many things to do, and you don't necessarily have to step on a mat to do them. Like tonight will be another night of my Carl Gotch workout, so that'll be my playing cards workout. And I think what I might do one of these nights is actually take you through the setup, how we actually do it. I can't take any credit for it because it's not mine, but I can tell you kind of how I do it. And I would encourage anyone who wants to do that type of calisthenic training for wrestling to do it. Give it a go. For those who have done it, you know what? By all means, share your best practices. Share the techniques. I say techniques, that's really the wrong word. But share the exercises. Share what you do. I know I got a good friend, first class Dave Body there, who is one hell of a guy. And he posts his exercises. He tells you what you do, how he does it. Again, another one of my friends, the Wrestling Factory, Mr. Tyson Nukes, he does it as well. I know I post what exercises I did and what I came to at the end on my Facebook pages and Instagram. But if you want to know a little bit more and the mentality and whatever the case may be, you know what? One of these nights I'll take you through the whole thing and kind of show you what it looks like. Maybe not all of it. I don't think you want to sit there and watch me work out for 30 minutes. That would be a very boring thing to do. But at the same time, if it helps inspire someone to go and do it and make do with what they have until restrictions lift and we can all get active together, then I think that's worthwhile. Anyway, don't sit on the sidelines. Don't sit back thinking I can never do it. I have a friend, his name is Craig Miner, out of Utah. He was the adult coach at Brigham Young University, the wrestling program they've had for the last couple of years. And he is the very mature, seasoned age of 68, I believe. That's right, 67, 68. But he's still out there doing it. He's still competing. He's still practicing. He loves it. He got back into it at 60. So you can do it too. And if you need someone to talk about it, you want to get those anxieties or fears out of the way, you know how to get a hold of me. I'm not that hard to find. Facebook, even YouTube comments here, Instagram. I use WhatsApp. I'm I'm on Twitter, although some days Twitter is an absolute cesspool. So I may not necessarily engage as much, but I'll engage with a few people on Twitter. But by and by, if you want to get active, want to get out and do something, and you don't know how, talk to me, talk to someone you trust, talk to somebody in the community. There are some really good people, and we'll find some answers for you. We'll make it happen, and then at the same time, get yourself mentally prepared. See yourself in what you want to see done. Like I see myself winning a gold medal. I see myself taking one of those coveted USA Wrestling stop signs back to Calgary. Be like, hey, look, this Canadian kind of took the stop sign. Like, have fun, America. It's coming up north of the 49th parallel. But that's what I see. And that's how I try to adjust my routine and my mindset. It's not always easy. I'm not saying it's easy. I'll be the first person to tell you that it's the hardest thing I'm ever going to do. And if it says, oh, you make it look easy, I'm like, it ain't easy. I'll tell you that right now. It is hard, especially when the most difficult opponent you're going to wrestle is your own head. Wrestling yourself is going to be the most difficult thing you ever do. But I'm not going to stop. I read today a quote. Actually, one of my friends, Shane Wenzel from Shane Homes here in Calgary, shared a quote. He's like, if you're still trying, you're not quitting. And I'm like, I like that. That's really cool. Keep going. Keep pushing. We'll get her done. If you're a community person and you're like, I kind of want to see if it's for me and I don't know which way to look at, well, I can also put you in contact with probably one of the most amazing people I've ever met, and who happens to be a catch wrestling coach here in Calgary by the name of Jay Cooper, who really, you're going to learn so much from him, and he'll teach you more about yourself than you ever thought possible. So, and trust me, he'll have some fun. He knows he knows his stuff, and he knows how to get people to break past some glass ceilings and some stereotypes or fears about themselves and kind of see their true potential. I'll take it as someone who really benefits from what he shares and how he teaches and what he teaches. Go to his classes and they're always a lot of fun. So that's another avenue there. I highly recommend you get a chance to get in contact, and I'll make sure I share some links when I upload this video later, so that you'll know who to talk to and where to get the information. Anyway, folks, I'm about to head home. I got stuff to take care of, and I will see you all later. So this is Old School Jeremy.